Today we're doing our movie review episode where we're talking about a movie that had educational themes weaved throughout it, and we unpack the movie and we talk about the themes and the principles of education happening throughout the movie. And today, with the Christmas spirit in mind, as well as it being just a pretty great movie, we decided to do the movie Elf. Welcome, Davey.
Thank you.
Elf is a movie, was it 2003?
I think so, yeah.
Starring Will Ferrell. And it was one of his first movies, and it was a bit of a smash hit.
Yeah.
So tell me, I know that you've seen it because you told me you've seen it, but tell me your history about seeing the movie Elf.
I think I saw it the year it came out. I remember seeing it at the cinema.
Oh, really? Wow.
And it was a bit of a, tell me if I'm wrong, my memory of it is it was a sleeper hit, like a classic Christmas comeback film. Like the first year didn't really get much, got attention, but it's the subsequent years it becomes part of families, like repeat viewing, Christmas traditions, and it's really grown and continues to grow, I think.
I think so. I don't remember seeing it when it first came out in the cinemas. I don't think I went to the cinemas. And Will Ferrell wasn't a massively well-known actor back then.
Because he'd filmed Old School, I think, but it hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, same as Old School. And he'd been in a couple of other movies that I'd seen and really liked. He was in Night at the Roxbury, and he was in a movie called The Ladies' Man.
Yeah.
Which has got the other guy from
SNL.
Whose name now I've forgotten. Who's in a lot of things. He's great.
We loved it.
That was a bit of a classic one that not very popular, but I saw it and loved it.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell was in it and thought he was hilarious.
Yeah. I was like the perfect age. So same. We'd seen all of those. Like they were on repeat.
Yeah.
I think that's what drew us to it. That and Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
I was still a teenager around then.
Yeah.
And we just loved Jon Favreau. We loved Swingers and we loved Made.
Yeah.
And so it was just like Will Ferrell, Jon Favreau, we're in.
Yeah.
And we watched it and I think we were just like, it was a Christmas movie. And
Absolutely.
as it's gone on, we've loved it more. I've loved it more and more.
Yeah. So Will was not as well known, but he was obviously the big star of this show. And I don't remember, like you said, I don't remember it seeing it in the cinemas. But when I look back on it, he was saying how it was made for a low amount because it didn't have big stars on it, but it made something like $200 million in the box
first
office.
week or something crazy.
So
yeah.
it was a bit of a hit worldwide. Yeah. And so then, so I don't recall seeing it straight away, but I then subsequent watches over and over and over. And I think I've seen it maybe every year around Christmas time.
Yeah.
For the last 10 years at least.
It goes in that bucket of like Die Hard, for us Lord of the Rings, like good Christmas films, if that makes sense, like the ones you just want to watch every year.
Yeah, high quality Christmas film. Not all the ones that show up on Netflix that I'm subjected to often, but this is the one I readily watch. Okay, so you rewatched it again.
Yeah. And this time around, I was like, I had not realised just how much of the film Big it borrows from.
Oh, yeah?
It's Big. I actually then went online to check my thoughts on this, and other people had come up with it. It's been described as a mix between Big and Rudolph.
Yep.
And I was, that's basically how I see the film.
Yep.
And it works.
Yeah, true.
Great reference points.
Yeah, good reference points. I don't know if I got, now thinking about it, definitely get Big from it. When I rewatched it again, I did take the effort to look at it from an education point of view as well. And I found it was one of those ones, because obviously we chose this because of looking for a movie that has the characters growing, a growth of the characters from somebody who guides them and is a mentor or coach or teacher that helps them get through that.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I watched it this time, I was taking notes and examples of it, and they were woven throughout the entire story.
Yeah.
But the person who is the one doing the teaching changes throughout.
So I felt like he was learning a lot from watching others.
Yeah.
It was like social learning. It's like Bandura's social learning theory.
Yeah.
It was what I was seeing this time as well.
Absolutely.
And he's like Buddy is like a character stuck tell me what you think about this, but like there's Piaget has his like stages of learning.
Yeah.
And it's like he's like a 30-year-old man, but he's in that sort of like second, third tier of learning. So he's basically like a 7-year-old's understanding of the world.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. Works so well.
and Will Ferrell was perfectly cast to play that role, play that character.
Yeah, because he can carry that innocence, I think, in a way that it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the scenes, but some of his reactions and the part that I laugh at hysterically every time I see it is when he hears Santa's coming.
Santa's coming to town. Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
And he's at the store, and I think the store's, what's it called, Gimmels or something?
Yeah.
And he's there, and he hears Santa's coming, and he gets so excited. And I was watching Will Ferrell in the one where he's a stepdad with Mark Wahlberg.
Stepdad Mark
Daddy's Home?
Oh, I haven't seen Daddy's Home.
You see Daddy's Home. And in that, I think it's Daddy's Home too, has the same reaction when he sees his dad at the airport. It's just like it reminds you of Buddy the Elf. So just before we get into the scenes, and this time we'll look at the scenes, and I think we can unpack kind of some of the educational stuff that's going on. But in terms of just the movie, I think it's just a brilliant movie.
Yeah, so fun.
It's an amazing comedy. Will Ferrell's excellent. The supporting cast around him are all really, really good. Obviously, James Caan playing the parent, who's kind of like, I think, the person who needs to learn the most in this movie. So that's probably, you spoke about the movies that reminded you of. What I was reminded of was Mary Poppins. And the reason why that is because in Mary Poppins, you have all these characters. You have Mary Poppins doing interesting. You have the kids. You have all this stuff going on. But the intent of Mary Poppins is actually to save Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns?
It's been a while.
I don't know if it's Mr. Burns. That's The Simpsons. But anyway, there's actually another movie. But the dad who's working too hard and he's at the bank and that actually was the intent of Mary Poppins, was to save that character because he was detached from his children. And he was going downhill.
Much like James Caan in
Much
Elf.
like James Caan.
Yeah.
Because there's a movie that is about the making of Mary Poppins that is called Saving Mr. Burns. Because
with the Tom Hanks one. Is that one?
Maybe it's Tom Hanks. Not sure. It's a good movie, but it's talking about the intent of Mary Poppins and tells the story of the fact that the reason why this story was written was because the character they wanted to save was his parent who was working too hard. So when I watched it again, I was reminded of that, and I was like, well, this is very clearly doing the same thing. Because everything around it, Buddy the Elf and Santa and the Christmas story is all there. But it really felt, and maybe now as a parent as well, you can see it. He's like, this guy's got a really dysfunctional relationship with his kids. He's really detached. He's barely even got a relationship with his wife. He's very fortunate that he has a clearly amazing wife, played amazingly by the name
Mary Steenburgen.
Mary Steenburgen, who's incredible. Love her and everything she's in. So he's got that relationship. He's very fortunate, but they're all tolerating him. And he's an insufferable jerk. And he makes all these really questionable decisions, and he does all this stuff. And it's really the redeeming and the redemption story. It's not Buddy learning to operate in the human world. That's part of it, but it's really the redemption story of this guy James Caan plays. A lot like Mary Poppins, which was great. But then there's other really good characters in it. Ed Asner plays a really good Santa. Papa Elf, he's again, the name escapes me.
I wrote it down.
Bob Newhart?
Yes, Bob Newhart.
So he's not a real actor guy in movies. He had some TV series back in the day. So I remember him from them. I think it was one Heart to Heart or something like that.
So he's one of those guys, I know him as like an American cultural figure, but I don't really know. It sort of passed me by in Australia here. But
the way he Papa Elf, I think, was really great. So
good. That joke that they repeat like 4 times where Buddy gets into his lap or whatever. Every time, good stuff.
It's excellent. And then, of course, Zooey Deschanel, who plays the girlfriend, the love interest. She's so good. She's another one who I love her in everything she's in.
Man, this was my first time realizing it was her.
Oh, really?
Without glasses, she's got like the Superman thing. Without
Yeah.
her glasses, I don't recognize her.
Yeah, and she's got blonde
She's
hair in
really
this
good.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's a lovely singer, and the new girl, the series she was in was so good. Everything she's in, she's great, and she was a perfect character cast in this movie too. So there wasn't really anything I didn't like about the cast. I loved sort of some more hidden things like Kyle Gass from Tenacious
and
D.
Andy Richter.
Yeah, Andy Richter.
Yeah, so good. And John Favreau's cameo as the Doctor.
As a cameo. And also, that should be mentioned,
Amy Sedaris. Yeah.
Jean Favreau as a director. It was just so well done. And this is before he'd gone on to revolutionise the MCU and do all these great things. Yeah. As a director, I thought he did a great job too.
His decision to use that like classic Christmas, that 60s animation style, like absolutely sells the film. Without that, I don't think the audience gets like scaffolded into the world of Buddy as well.
Yeah, I love that. I loved the not now Arctic Puffin.
Hey buddy, wanna pick some snowberries?
Not now, Arctic Puffin.
She's running past with the little puffin and the little walrus there.
Yeah.
And then which we'll touch on in a sec. One of the mentors that he does have is the snowman.
Yes.
Which reminds me of, he was a reminder of Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
The stop motion animation. There's a name for all those animations. There's like a studio who produced them all. I can't remember the name of the studio.
I don't know. But
they're really famous.
The famous animator Ray Harryhausen, he did the really early stop motion and continued. Just an amazing figure in animation. He does a cameo voice as the Puffin, I believe.
Oh, does
Ray
he?
Harryhausen,
yeah. Apparently they didn't have permission to use those characters, but the studio hadn't retained the IP for them.
Oh, right.
So they got away with it somehow.
Oh, wow.
To use it all. Interesting fact.
Yeah.
There was one more interesting fact about the movie, and that was the way they did that scene you were talking about where Buddy's big.
Yeah.
And all the elves are so small.
Perspective.
The forced perspective, yeah. Which I heard about that before my most recent rewatch. So then I heard about it and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So then I watched for it.
Yeah.
And when you look for it, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
You can see it because, particularly when he's sitting on his papa's lap, papa's just a little out of focus.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
It was
matter.
the early days. They just did Lord of the Rings and then Elf, I think, using that technique. It's great. Yeah.
It doesn't matter that you can pick it when you know it's there because it was just so well done. My thoughts were, I love it. My favourite Christmas movie, I would say unashamedly, definitely my favourite Christmas movie. Up there with my favourite Will Ferrell movies and comedies. I think it's gold. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Wonderful.
Okay, so let's talk about the journeys that these people go on, because with the journeys, I feel like we can talk about the education that's going on.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, I think it starts from the outset. There's some messages and themes that come out straight away. It's even when Papa Elf is just delivering his first monologue.
Yeah.
And he's one of the very first things he says is he goes, "Oh, elves are storytellers."
Yeah.
And that's, for me, it kind of like describes how a lot of the movie is imparting its educational themes with just telling through the stories and telling the stories.
Yeah.
And storytelling being such a strong theme of really quality and good education is done using that narrative of storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the elves being the born storytellers, and through their nature and in their way, they are helping to educate. Yeah. Which you see, I think, when we learn the fact that Buddy is a human, which is very obvious to everyone except for him. Yeah. Up in Santaland, right? Yeah. So he's got a lot to learn, but he also has a lot to teach. So he's the learner and he's the teacher in both things. Yeah. But the first thing we see is him. He's a fish out of water. He's in Elfland. Yeah. You see those great scenes when he's in the school in the classroom and he's got all the little kids and then
huge.
but what I think's happening there is that he is immersed in the culture and he's immersed in this world. Yeah. He's totally bought into it.
Oh yeah, and you see him bringing that into the real world, shall we say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Constantly.
horrifically, but like the syrup on the pasta and all that stuff, like this is his world, this is his knowledge, and he's sharing it. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. And I think there's a few quotes that he says. What is it? The best way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing it loud for all to hear.
Yeah.
So he's got
So
that
obviously,
motto and that thing, which is what later on in the movie, when Zooey's character, whose now a name I've completely forgotten,
Jovi.
Jovi,
Yeah.
great name. Jovi wants to try and get the Christmas spirit going in the group. So what she sees, what's in her head? It's Buddy's thing of best way to spread Christmas cheer is. So he's learning all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's just that a human couldn't possibly do what an elf does.
No. Yeah.
They're just wired and programmed, and
Yeah.
it's like asking a human to do what a robot does, to remember the amount of information a robot has. It's just not the thing that you can do.
And we see Buddy trying to make the Etch-a-Sketches.
Yeah, that's
he's
right.
like a superhuman amount. He's made like 85 or whatever, and he's like
I love that scene so
hundreds
much.
behind schedule.
I love that scene so much.
But then we don't get enough of it, but you sense that when he's in the mailroom, given the chance, he probably could have whipped that place into shape. Like that is his area of expertise, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's right. And this is another point that I'm going with this, is that he has transferable skills.
Yeah.
So this is another thing with education is building skills, right?
Yeah.
So for him, he's being asked to perform skills that aren't fair for him in elf world.
Yeah.
Because he's not an elf.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it's possible magic.
Yeah.
It's possible that all the elves are magic.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the magic. He doesn't have all of that.
Yeah.
So he can't possibly do it. He does his 85 extra sketches.
Yeah.
But he should have had 1,000. So it's not as though he can't do it. He can't do it. He can do it on a minute scale to what an elf can do.
Yeah.
Right? But the elves don't come down hard on him. They're supporting him.
I love that.
It's such a beautiful workplace culture.
Yeah.
He overhears somebody talking about it, but he's not bad mouthing Buddy.
No.
He's just speaking of the situation.
Yeah.
He says, I had a quota of 1,000 etch sketches.
You got to help
I've
me
got
out
80. Help us out here.
Yeah.
Because then they're saying, well, we feel bad for him because he doesn't realise that he's a human type of thing.
Yeah.
And then Buddy goes through his flashbacks and you can see it. He's when he's riding his bike, or he's got that picture of him dunking on all the elves and stuff. He has done amazingly well as a human to be able to do what he does.
Yeah.
Because he's been there for so long and he's been ingrained and he's built these skills that are elf skills that I think if you put me in front of an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, no idea.
No, there'd been zero.
Magic,
My quota would be 0, not 86.
And speaking of transferable skills, like Pup Elf has trained him in the way of the jet engine. Am I getting ahead of you? Yeah.
No, that's exactly right.
And the way Pup Elf structures that learning is really interesting, how he's sort of like, get in there and have a look at this presumably extremely dangerous,
exactly.
highly combustible engine. And, then you can see that method has paid off. Buddy can do it by himself.
Yeah, that's right.
Despite, I think they say Pup Elf's it's like 400 years of experience
Yes,
or something
that's
like
right.
that. Well, no, at the age of 490, he finally leveled up to that level of training. But Buddy's picked it up, he's had some good training and he's got some skills.
Exactly. I kind of looked at it like it was Buddy's apprenticeship. Buddy was an apprentice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In the trade, in that trade sense, he was learning to become an apprentice mechanic.
Yeah.
Which was great, and it kind of more suited to his abilities.
Yeah.
Which maybe if he hadn't have had this discovery about his dad and his human nature and all that kind of thing, he might have ended up going up to be a very successful elf mechanic.
Well, I think there's a real element of sort of constructivism learning theory to that as well. He's taking what he knows and he's adding to it. And I agree. I think given enough time, a little bit more magic, maybe he really would have achieved fantastic things as a human elf.
He might have, although his lifespan probably wouldn't have.
That's the question, isn't it?
As a human, which is
All
unfortunate.
All that sugar was maybe not helping. Or maybe it was helping. Maybe that was the secret.
His diet was so bad. He's full of the Christmas spirit. He's got these elf skills that you wouldn't have heard. He's got the Christmas spirit, and he's just his nature in general is something that he's it's a real strength of his. He might not realise it at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he doesn't feel it in the elf world. He's a human in the elf world.
Yeah.
So he feels a bit out of place. But that's the point of these transferable skills and about finding your place in the workforce or the world in general.
Yeah.
There was always going to be someone out there who appreciates you for what you've got and what you can do. And it's just a matter of finding the right fit.
Yeah.
And this is a movie about that as much as it is about Mr. Banks.
Yeah, Mr. Banks. Saving Mr. Banks.
Saving Mr. Banks, not Mr. Burns. But saving Mr. Banks, same thing. It's like that's a strong theme, but it's just about as much about finding your place. Yeah. And then when you do, things kind of fall into place, which I really loved as well.
Yeah.
The one line I was saying, which I loved, just was Will Ferrell's performance of this quotable quotes was when he couldn't do the Etch a Sketches, he calls himself a cotton head and ninny muggins.
Ninny muggins, yeah. Yeah, then the immediate response is, you're not a cotton
you're
head.
not
And the horror.
The horror.
Then you're not a cotton head.
But, he's kind of come down on himself and he's got negative talk.
Yeah.
And for him,
yeah,
that was a negative talk that was fairly severe in Elf World, right? So,
but I like that they approach it by changing his role. They move him away, give yourself some space, basically.
Exactly, yeah. So he's him in an elf world. So he finds out about his dad. Finds out his dad's on the naughty list. Again, that's a big. It's a shock for him.
Yeah.
So then he goes off on his adventures. On the way, he receives some mentoring.
Yeah.
So, which I mentioned earlier, the snowman character.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, he gives him a healthy dose of reality.
Yeah.
He's like, well, of course you're not.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. You've been shaving since you were like 7 or something.
Of course you're not. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15.
So someone finally hitting you with the hard truths.
But then isn't it interesting then, I think it's the next scene, is then Santa saying well, take what the snowman says in the context of he doesn't have any legs. The snowman is maybe not your best mentor. And gives him some more guided
He does give him some
practical advice.
I'm not sure about it. The quote of a peep show doesn't mean you can look at your Christmas presents early.
Yeah.
So clearly from experience, Santa's figured that out for himself.
And isn't it great that Santa tells him, if he sees chewing gum on the street, it's not free candy.
Yeah,
and then, pretty promptly we see him I need to try this for myself.
Yeah, exactly. So Santa does give him his advice as well. Between him and the snowman, I'm not sure if he's set up for success yet. I think that what they are doing is probably having faith that Buddy will be able to figure it out for himself.
Yeah.
Which is a really important thing that he needs to do, right? So he goes off on his adventure and finds his way through the curly-whirly gumdrop forest and everything he does. It ends up in the tunnel going into New York. No idea how long that's taken. I heard somebody saying that might have taken him an entire year.
This is what I find fascinating. This basically there's a mini hero's journey within this film that we just don't see.
No.
And that's a classic crossing the threshold moment of a hero's journey that's just played for jokes basically and skimmed over. And he's had this huge adventure before he makes it to New York. That's yep, okay.
Yeah, and I like to think that if you think about it too much, how could he possibly have done that? Apparently, it would be possible to walk from the North Pole because you go through Alaska and all that. Oh, yeah. But it's more that you have to kind of, obviously, you're suspending disbelief. Mm-hmm. But I like to think he has a bit of elf magic on him.
Yeah, I think have to be.
And the elf magic's kind of the thing that's helped him through. Yeah, make the journey. So he goes and finds his dad, which is another fantastic scene when he goes into the Empire State Building. And he has to do his song and
the elfgram.
Yeah, that's so good. And you're kind of seeing on the way when he's taking all the pamphlets and he's running around the thing and he's eating the stuff, he's kind of experiencing things.
Yeah.
And then through that experience, you don't think straight away, you go, this guy's never going to learn.
Yeah.
But later on in the movie,
Yeah, when he's with Jovi
when
on
he's
the
Joe
date.
on his date, he
Yeah.
kind of plays it all back.
Yeah, he
And-
explains to her how not to get sick when you're
Yeah.
running through the
Correct.
turnstile or whatever.
Yeah. And he's
The revolving door.
and the couple of classic times when he's hit by the taxi.
Oh my god.
And when he's with Jovi, he's like,
Yeah.
the yellow ones don't stop. The yellow ones don't stop.
yeah.
So he's learned, like
Yeah.
he's picked it up.
Yeah.
But it's more that's the time when he starts his journey with his dad. And I think that's the bit where Buddy's just the one who's got so much to teach
Yeah.
that his dad needs to learn from
Yeah.
him about
Yeah.
what it is to be human,
Yeah.
about it, like a quality person, having
Yeah.
relationships with your loved ones in the world.
Yeah.
And it's shown in such a contrast, which is beautiful, right? It's this grumpy person who James Caan plays so well, who is properly past. He's on the naughty list.
Yeah.
He's possibly past redemption.
Yeah.
And you've got someone on the complete opposite scale,
Yeah.
just so full of light and joy and love
Yeah.
that anything else, even when the bad things are happening to him, he doesn't even realize
Yeah.
or care.
Yeah.
He's just like he's so beautiful. So the two things combined, then Buddy kind of a little bit becomes a little bit more centered, but not really. But
Just
the
enough.
light just brings
Yeah.
Khan right out.
Yeah. That's
I
right.
mean, he doesn't display it in so many overt ways, but he does display it by sticking up for his son at the end.
Yeah.
And saying, "Don't talk to my son."
He
like
starts making good decisions.
that. My son's more important to
Yeah.
me than this meeting that I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and support Buddy.
Yeah.
And then he even joins in singing, which
Yeah.
for him probably is just a massive.
I think it was huge for him.
Yeah.
That's the big point in the story, I think.
Yeah.
He needed that.
Correct, yeah. So the journey that they go on together, which in between, it gives Buddy the opportunity to use his skills, his transferable skills, right?
Yeah.
So he's kicked out of the building after meeting his dad for the first time. One of the actors in that is actually Will Ferrell's brother. Interesting. One of the security guards. Interesting fact. So he goes to work at Gimmel's, and then his skills, he's just, he stays and he decorates the place.
Yeah. Well, because we say he goes to work there, but he doesn't even. He just fronts up, does the work, and then bails, basically.
He's not getting paid.
Or fights Santa and then
He's
bails.
not getting paid. He meets Jovi.
Yeah.
He changes the people there. He just does an incredible job of decorating the place, and his skills are being. They're not appreciated at the time because his manager, who's also a really good character, is like really suspicious. And he's like, corporate's out to get me kind of thing. But the way that his skills are applied, because he's got all this elf stuff that he can then apply in the real world, it comes out with just such a beautiful decorated place.
We could almost make a taxonomy here in the sense of like, it's almost like an elf impact strata, because Jovi doesn't need a lot. Like, I feel like she's almost fairly unchanged. She discovers a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
She's almost like the top, and James Caan is like the bottom.
Yeah, true,
And then
true.
like as he enters, and the manager at Gimmel's, and the actor's got a fantastic name, something rather love. They all have their place within this, with like how he's going to impact them. I think. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And his brother Michael's sort of in between as well.
Yeah.
Which is a really really
He
nice
needs a
arc.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because initially he's embarrassed of Buddy when he comes home with him and stuff, and then Buddy meets him at school. he's like, I only waited 5 hours. It's fine.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to be seen with him.
Yeah.
So this kind of first thing that the first person he wins over is the mum.
Yes.
Who's just lovely anyway, and so maternal and just beautiful.
She's on that Jovi level.
Yeah.
She just doesn't need much.
No.
She just gets it.
She's immediately in.
Yeah.
And she even tries to encourage him with the spaghetti with the maple syrup.
Yeah.
So then Michael comes along and Michael's unsure. Buddy picks him up from school. It's okay, I've been waiting 5 hours. It's fine. So then Michael doesn't want to be seen with him. But then they get attacked by the snowball people, right?
Yeah.
And then it's Buddy's skills again.
Yeah.
He's got his transferable skills.
Yeah.
He brings his skills out.
Michael sees what he
Boom,
can
boom,
learn.
boom. He kills them with the snowballs.
Yeah.
And Michael's just like, this guy's got something to offer.
Yeah. It's interesting though that Michael then doesn't try to use it to his own ends.
Yep.
He just takes Buddy on after that and learns.
Yeah. It's really nice because he doesn't take advantage.
Yeah.
He just like he just wants to have fun.
Yeah.
Just wants to be a kid.
Yeah.
He wants to have somebody like a male. I wouldn't say maybe he's a role model, maybe not. He's just a peer.
Yeah.
That he's got that goes and has fun with him and listens to him and
Yeah.
just treats him like a person that he wants to be treated like and heard more than anything. He wants to be heard.
Yeah.
Because when he is at home and he's lamenting his father going off and he says to his mum, he does an impersonation of his father, like he's longing for that attention, but he's not getting it.
Yeah.
So then Buddy's there, and Buddy provides this opportunity for him to have someone there, and he just really leans into it and he loves it.
Yeah.
So then Michael comes along for the journey and he's loving it.
Which is his little cohort now,
Yeah.
right? That he's sort of like passively mentoring with Jovi and Michael and Mary Sandberg.
That's right.
To the mum, yeah.
And none of those people are really imparting anything to Buddy.
No, not really.
Not really about human nature or anything like that. It's just...
He's maybe starting to imitate them a little bit though.
Yeah.
Just back to like that sort of social learning.
Yeah.
He does start to, especially when you see him at the very end when they've got the baby. I think he started to pick up maybe some of the more necessary human qualities that he sort of needs.
Yeah, very true. And he certainly gets it when he starts hanging out with his dad, because his dad,
Yes. Yep.
typical sort of approach, which I think it's fair to say. We shouldn't feel badly about him for going to get a genetic test.
No.
Because first it introduces us to Jon Favreau, and it's great to see Jon Favreau in any movie.
Yeah.
And it's great to see Buddy eating all the cotton buds. It's great comedic, and I loved the bit out in the waiting room
With the girl. Yeah.
because she just takes him as it's just like,
Technically, I'm a human, but I was raised by elves.
Oh, I'm a human, raised by humans.
there's a beautiful interaction.
Yeah.
I think it just speaks nicely of just how lovely children can be.
Yeah.
When they're not being mean or whatever it
Absolutely.
is. It's just she just accepts him.
Yeah.
And they're cool.
And back to what I was saying before, like they're just on that same level of understanding. I think like she's at the correct level of understanding for her age. So that sort of Piaget around 7 years old age, and he's basically mentally at that level too. So they're just perfect. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So Jon Favreau, the doctor, confirms that Buddy is in fact Walter's. What's his name? Joan Carter's character, Walter's son. So Walter kind of has his accepting element of it. So then Buddy's taken with him to work and things.
Yeah.
So that's when Buddy kind of is really, I don't know if he's forced because he's so excited to be having a relationship with his dad.
Yeah.
That he's happy to not wear his Buddy uniform.
It's interesting.
And he dresses just like his dad. It's so cute how he's got the same outfit as Walter does.
But then ultimately he's still Buddy.
Yeah.
Like I see the costume change and you think he's going to become maybe more like Walter, but no, he's still Buddy.
He's so Buddy.
Yeah.
And so he goes to work and then he's interrupting or whatever. They send him down to the mower room. He meets his mate down in the mower room.
Yeah.
He's his best friend after 10 minutes. And that's such a great scene, a relationship. He's helping the guy, even though he's giving Buddy his first sip of alcohol.
Yeah.
Which Buddy is like, it's syrup. Even though he's doing that, Buddy still isn't brought down at all.
No,
he's helping that guy.
Yeah,
guy.
He raises him up.
He raises him up, exactly, which is so lovely. Even when he's up doing the dancing. So then Walter's having his really important meeting with Kyle Gass and the other guys.
Yeah. Andy Richter.
And
Amy Sedaris.
Yeah. He's trying to get the ideas for his books because he's...
Yeah.
And which is another great cameo with
Peter
Dinklage. From Game of Thrones fame. And lots of other really good ones, Pixels. But Peter Dinklage is there playing this great character. He's got his amazing author. He's got his book full of ideas, all that kind of thing. And then Buddy comes up from the mail room, and he's just like,
it's a misunderstanding.
It's like,
but he's yet to learn how offensive, or even that things can be offensive.
He doesn't have a clue, and it's not. He's not even intimidated by the guy being threatening to him because I don't think Buddy understands that anybody could be a threat.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been in a physical altercation or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like you call me Elf one more time.
Yeah.
And Elf and Buddy's just like, you're an elf. He's like, does Santa know you're awake? So then he gets drop kicked by Peter Dinklage, and all that goes on. Consequences. So then Walter is put into this situation where he has to try and come up with this idea, and a classic situation, which I'm sure we both can relate to, where they have to whip up a storyboard.
Yeah.
They found the guy's
short
book,
time
storyboard, quick turnaround. You've got to get this going.
Yeah.
So he's cancelling on Christmas. He's put into the situation, like his editor or whoever it is said to him, "You have to be in this situation. You can't get air out of it." So Walters chooses to do it, but then he really abuses and yells at Buddy, which is really heartbreaking to see.
Yeah.
And then that's when Buddy goes off and is on the bridge, which is a bit of a heartbreaking scene as well.
Yeah.
Because you're not quite sure what he's going to be doing, what he's doing there.
Yeah. But also, as an audience, we're so on Buddy's side. I guess. You know, you hate to see it.
Yeah. Which is kind of like he's probably calling himself in his head. He's still calling himself a cottonhead ninny muggin. So he's probably got that self-doubt and that. Yeah. He's like, he doesn't fit in the human world. He doesn't fit in the elf world.
Yeah.
Where do I fit in? That's really sad. But then the thing that redeems him, and the thing that, not that he needs redemption because he doesn't, because he's amazing, but then he sees Santa and he knows that Santa's in trouble.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I've got the skills. I can help.
That's it.
I can help him.
Yeah. That's right.
So he goes off and he finds Santa, and then that whole scene unfolds.
Yeah.
While at the same time, Walter and the team have put together their storyboard, and they've got the meeting with the big boss.
Yeah.
And Michael comes in, and Michael's really upset.
Yeah.
Because he can't find Buddy.
Yeah.
And that's the time when Walter needs to then.
Yeah.
Like, is anything sunk in?
Yeah, exactly.
Or is he just going to maintain the fact that he's a jerk? Kind of thing.
This is him earning his certification, basically.
Correct. It's like has the light that Buddy's been bringing in kind of influenced him now, and he's less dark. Yeah. And fortunately for everybody, and the movie included, he does. He wakes up to himself a bit, and it's Michael who kind of brings him. Even though Buddy's the one who's been a positive influence, Michael's the one who's there, kind of saying, "Hey, Buddy cares about everybody, and you don't care about anyone," kind of thing. So then that's when Walter kind of wakes up to himself. Yeah. And they go and help Buddy as well, which is really nice in the end. Yeah.
And then we finally see that I think Buddy does best with hands-on type learning.
Absolutely.
Right? He knows, he has no doubt, he knows how to fix. Once he finds the engine, he does a good job.
He knows what to do.
Correct,
yeah. That's exactly right.
And his influence, then the engine falls off.
Yes.
Not his fault, I think. And but his influence has led the others to understand what they need to do. And
correct.
They also help. Yeah.
Exactly. Jovi's up there singing.
And,
then everybody gets involved. So the journey of Buddy is one where he just discovers that his combination of elf, human is fine. That's fine for him to be like that. Yeah. Because the skills he's got and the learning, he just knows that he's found the right way of going about it. So he can have a human wife, Jovi, and they can go up to North Pole and visit Papa Elf with their baby. Yeah. And it works out beautifully. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Great film.
Such a good film. Like I said, the education themes are woven throughout it. We covered quite a few of them. I'm sure there's some we might have missed.
I always think of more after these things end. That's just the way of it, isn't it?
That is. But that's it for now. I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time.